Aries, how are you guys? So we're going to be starting, there's a load of things that are all changing around, but what I have noticed is there was a load of people on Patreon that actually didn't leave Patreon and come to the new website. So I don't know if it was people that understood or didn't understand or just wanted to stick to Patreon. I'm really not sure, but I'm trying to get all you guys over, hopefully, to the new website. Now, the new website is cheaper, okay, because of the hidden tax that you normally pay when you join Patreon for the week and stuff like that. It's it is $2 or $3 cheaper, plus there is no sales tax. So I'm hoping for you guys that didn't leave Patreon with it, because I shall still add these for the month, but because I'm not just going to back off, but I've been promoting all week to say hopefully everybody go over to the new website, okay? But I did notice that there was a lot of people that still remained on Patreon, so I don't know whether people actually got the message or whether they didn't get the message, or whichever way it is, but I'm still going to be posting them up on Patreon, but there will be no more links to Patreon, okay? Like I said, guys, if you go over to the new website, there are 25% off, sometimes 50% off. There's no sales tax, plus it is actually cheaper to join per month than what it actually is on Patreon, okay? Anyway, so let's get on with your actual reading for the week for Aries. What has Aries got coming up? And these are also exclusive ones, so they're not actually, they don't start on YouTube. They're just your weekly readings, okay? So, Aries, Life Path 4 or Aries or Scorpio if you're watching as numerology. So, Aries, what have they got coming up this week? So, the Sun, you could be dating a Leo, and you could be in an unhappy family situation with an ex, maybe, for a lot of you. This is, well, I'm really happy with you, but there is something going on that makes someone not so happy. So not could be a Pisces, it's normally my Pisces card. It's kind of like, well, I'm really happy, well, I'm not. So someone finds something unfair. I don't think that there is an affair. I think there's definitely a relationship here. But someone, it can possibly be, could be a 9 energy here with this being in reverse. It could be like a Virgo placement maybe, or a Life Path 9. I don't know, but like, because it could be someone in the family that isn't so happy. So I don't really know. Some of you, it might be that you're not happy with a new person that you've just met. The Sun can mean new. Can also mean assets as well, burning through things quickly. Lee, Laura, Lucy, Lucifer. Let's see. Aries, what they got coming up this week. So 6 of Pentacles and money, Aries. Aries are a very big workhorse. You got Gemini, Capricorn, or anybody really. You got another 6, 7. So you could be doing a Cancerian Life Path 7 somewhere. Providing a service, looking after children. Some of you have got kids and you own your own company, your own business, your own house. And everything here, but there's also what I'm hearing is a well-to-do woman of someone that is retired. You could also work, like I said, as a cleaner or a bank clerk. Some of you are looking at banking money, like in investments into banking, or banking on something working here. It's all work-related stuff is going on here, Aries. Let's see, messages for you. Aries this week, what is going on with Aries this week? So the 8 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. It doesn't make any sense. It's kind of like, well, I'm really happy, everything's going really well, I have finances, I have money, I have a nice place to live, and someone doesn't like it. Someone doesn't like, that's what I'm saying. All this is stable energy. And someone's getting into, well, this is resentment over business here, that other people, like, man, people get this all the time. If you're very successful in life and you have a very good job, you get people that don't like the fact that you have a very good job here. Because there's something around, like, earning money or struggling to earn money. There's earning money and struggling to earning money, which means that some of you might be struggling to earn a living. And if you're not, okay, struggling to earn a living, the partner that struggles to earn a living is getting really wound up by money here, by finances and cash, and like I said, man, it happens all the time. If you're an entrepreneur and you have good money and you're with someone that isn't entrepreneurial and they earn a lot less a wage, someone here is extremely pissed off the fact that someone has this compared to someone that doesn't. Now, So that might be arguments over money and stuff like that. There's an energy here of leaving here and going towards, like, because I was hoping the next card that you got was going to be something different, but it isn't. It's kind of like I'm leaving to go towards an argument. So who is it that's unhappy with the money and where they're living and what they've got? So this has to be, it has to be another person. So this is either you or them. Them, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. But argumentative, very argumentative. It's like when you go over to visit someone, when you get there, they argue or they don't like it. Something. But I'm picking up what they don't like is money. Who doesn't like money? Well, to be honest with you, people that don't like money are the people that don't have so much money. So, I don't know. I don't know where the argument's coming from. Aries, what has Aries got coming up, please, this week? Aries got coming up this week. 8 of Swords. You've got 2 8s. Could be an Aquarian, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus. Someone that's getting... Because that's what I'm saying, man. There's the sun and everything starts off really well, right? And there's happiness and like happy-go-lucky, Lucky, Lucy, Laura, Lucifer, or a Capricorn or a Gemini. Okay, here. Like, I'm happy-go-lucky, everything's going really well, lucky, lucky, lucky me. I'm very fortunate and blessed to have a good job, a good business and good money, and I'm going to come and see you, and then this person's at home on their own, frustrated and fed up and bored, and this is work. That's what I'm saying. Someone resents what someone does for work. Meaning, if they're at work all the time, say if you pull 12-hour shifts, or you in the caring community, or you just care for people... Okay, and you do all you can to provide and just keep providing and providing and giving and giving and giving and then receiving and giving and receiving and giving. You see, someone here could have understood a lot about, well, you see, the thing is that some people in life within their chart mean that they're blessed within certain things and other people aren't. Okay, so it's kind of like I give, and then in return I receive and I receive and I receive. Cash, money, happiness, house, blessed. Energy, and then this is, well, I don't have that, and that's unfair. And that's unfair that you work these amount of hours, okay, and I don't get to see you, and I'm not happy because you spend all of your time happy. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make no sense. Someone doesn't like the fact that someone is happy with the person and also what they do for a living. The other partner isn't. So why? I don't understand here. Because this is negative Nelly. Negative, 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 negative cards. I come over, I visit, this is my America's Most Wanted. When I get there, this is you on your own, okay, or someone on their own. And when you get there, they argue because they're on their own. They don't like being on their own. They don't like not having stuff, which means, that's what I'm saying, it could be a child even. They don't like it that someone has things compared to someone that doesn't have things. Now, those things can be anything. It could be a Stephen. If I say thing, you say Stephen King. But, like, I don't like the fact that you have business and job and money and stuff that you can have, and I don't. So how come you have all of that and I don't? Well, that's why I work and I provide a service for what I get. Why are you like this here? So someone resents someone's work, their job. The fact that they work hard for what they earn, what they get here. Or this person here has to put in more work, more effort and more hours, doesn't get as paid as much as this energy by putting in minimal effort. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know. I keep picking up arguments over finances and money. Money, 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 money. Let's see. Aries for the rest of the week from the 2nd until the 8th of Aries. 3 of Wands. Someone just keeps waiting. That's what I'm saying, man. Someone bases, this is so dangerous in relationships. Somebody bases their energy and their life off the other person. Which means you can have a contrast of someone that is just happy-go-lucky. They get on with their day. They get on with their job. They're really happy doing it. They don't really think very negatively. They don't think about their partner all of the time, constantly of all of the time. There's a partner here that constantly bases their life off well, I'm going to give up my whole life and sacrifice it all because you're my partner, or mother or father, meaning, well, I'm sacrificing everything I've got for you. And you're kind of like, well, you don't need to do that, because that means that all you're doing is thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking where I am, what I'm doing, like what am I doing at work, when am I finishing work, when am I not finishing work, how much money have I got, how much money haven't I got, why have you got this and I haven't. And they think and they think and they think, and then basically all they do is just wait for you to come home or wait for you to come over. So they get frustrated and fed up, which means that they're codependent on someone's energy here, on, well, their life, meaning like boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, because we're boyfriend or girlfriend and not married. Okay, that's normally a marriage. When you're married, that comes with a label of like, you can't do what you want to do because you're married. You can't just extravagantly go off when you're married. But like when you're not married, that doesn't matter what you do because you're not married. Here, because there's an energy of going towards a person, leaving here to go towards one. Okay, this isn't normally when you walk off from a relationship. This is normally when you walk off from someone that does this all the time. But this is heading towards that. You know, it's like when I get home from work, I put my feet up, I relax, and I come over, and all you're doing is bitching and moaning about what I do for a living or what I do. This can also be a mother or like a married couple, and the female energy says, looks after the children, does the shopping, okay, has a very stressful day, okay, does loads of housework and everything else, and the partner comes home, or someone comes home, and the other person hasn't done fuck all. Like they haven't done anything. Like they've not cleaned up, they've not cooked. This could be a child here. Like, say you go to work and you come home and they don't do anything, okay, and there's all the washing, there's all the cooking, there's all the cleaning, and they're not working, they're playing on their PlayStation, and they don't contribute towards when you're at work, and then the other person isn't at work, and they don't do anything, and then you get into a row because they've not done anything here. Right. Let's see. It's resentment. It keeps coming up, a message. I resent the fact that what you do for a living. I resent the fact that you care about yourself more than me, or you think of yourself more than you do me, or you think of the hours that you're working more than what you do me. You put more effort into your job and other people than what you do me. And there's a me. You see, this person here would see this person as selfish, and this person here would say, all you ever do is complain and moan about that I think about my life and my career. My career is something I've worked towards. Okay, so you could have like a very good career and self-employed, say, okay, and because that's providing, and like you've gone for college degrees, or like say you study, say if you're a care worker, right, and you've got like level 3 or level 4 in caring, and you've spent years getting to where you are at work, right, and you do that, and this person wants you to give up the fact that you do all that for work for a person, and when you don't, they get into these kind of situations here. Let's see, Aries, what's coming up for Aries this week? So it either is a child or someone that acts very childish, but they're still looking. They're just waiting for communication. Like it's someone that just thinks about their partner 24/7 all the time. A 2, which is a Libra placement, a 4, which would be a Scorpio or Aries placements, and then a 7, Life Path 7 or Cancerian. 24/7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4, Scorpio, Aries. So you could have like an opposite energy here within your chart. Because like I said, man, this is wandering and thinking and wandering and thinking. I'd be lost without you in my life. I need you in my life. But a 9 is something that can be very difficult energy depending on the vibration and where it's placed. Which means that like 9 doesn't reach 10. So you have this, but I don't. You have the 10, but I have the 9, which means that isn't enough. You need to give me more. You need to give me more. You know, more attention, more time, more effort. You need to put more effort into the relationship. You need to put more effort into me and not you. That's what I'm saying. I think that's where these arguments are coming from. Because that can be a drained energy. Aries, what's Aries got coming up this week? Six of Swords in reverse. Is it family? Or is it just that someone just keeps coming to and from? Okay, like a couple or people that are not married. And they travel, like, to and from each other's house. I mean, I also... Well, to be quite honest with you, fucking either way I've experienced things, you still get into goddamn rows. Okay, if you live together, you're on top of one another 24/7 all of the time. If you date one another, you get into these circumstances of when you're coming over, why are you not coming over, when are you coming over? Okay, so you've got this travelling from here to, for the people that are not married. Let's see. Aries this week. Nine of Cups in reverse. It's coming out again as they have done in other readings. The 9 and the 1 are both in reverse. The 10 of Cups and the 9, which makes a 10, which basically makes a 1. But you get another 9 energy here. So I'm saying there's a codependent energy, that someone that bases their whole life off the person, which can become very suffocating. Because all I do is think about you in a relationship and that's it. Like, my life revolves around you. And the other person saying, well, there's more to life than just worrying about the relationship constantly all the time. Why can't you just go with the flow? And they're like, well, not probably saying it, but they're codependent on the person. I'm depending that you're going to come over, that you're going to do this, that you're going to do that, that you're not going to do this, that you're not going to do that. And then they get into a very codependent, which can lead to gaslighting, making a person feel as if they should feel sorry for feeling happy and feeling good. And then they can blame the other person in a codependent state of mind to make them believe that everything that they have going that's really well isn't enough. And that's where you get the 9s. It's where you'll need the teaching segment. Okay? That isn't enough. What you're providing me isn't enough. I need more. I need more time. You need to be with me 24/7. When you're not, I don't like it, because they go to being alone. 5 is like a 5 of Cups as well. When I'm alone and I have days off, you're supposed to have days off. When I'm on my own, you're supposed to be with me. I don't like being on my own here. Aries. So that will probably lead to an argument and a breakup, possibly. Aries this week. Sagittarius, another 5. Yeah, then they come in really quickly again, but they do see it as unfair. It's working. It's people that are experiencing their karma around time, about time spent in a relationship, when it should be happening and when it shouldn't be happening. But like I said, if you get a codependent one, that all they think about is their partner, and you get one masculine energy that thinks about business and money and everything else, the feminine energy goes crazy over the masculine, because they try to control the masculine from doing what they do with mundane, you'll need the teaching segment, mundane objects to control an object. It's easier to control finances and money and work, but a person you can't, because they have feelings. A mundane object doesn't have feelings to control, okay? So controlling objects, feelings and business and money and time is easy to control time, okay, because you've got plenty of it to control and work out. When it comes to a person, that's where you start getting into the like very Nancy Drew energy. Okay, let's see what the sun is here for. Why is the sun here this week for Aries? So you got a lion or a Leo. I did kind of say Leo, but it could be a paradox energy of an Aquarian placement as well. A strong commitment, but it's like a contract here, which means marriage. And if it isn't marriage, someone has a condition that a relationship is a marriage. So they see it as a 24/7 ongoing thing. 10 of Cups in reverse. 7 of Cups. What the fuck is that? 7 and 1 is 8 of Cups, which is there. Someone daydreams about better life, a better place, like other things. They think about other things. Unless it's they have another option, but it's not as always a person. What is that person desiring? What is that Seven of Cups about? 9. About health. They concentrate on themselves here. There's a person that concentrates on their health, their fitness, their life, their work life, park life. You need to cut down on your pork rind, mate. Get some exercise. I am. If you followed the vlog, you'll know that I've lost over a stone now. And still going really strong. But yeah, they're concentrating on themselves here. So someone gets into this codependent, independent, codependent, independent, codependent. You see, the thing is with Virgo energies, I got backlashed by a person. They might have been a Virgo. But it's very much true also in a lot of places. Because Virgo means the 9 of Pentacles, which means healthy relationship, looking into health, kind, caring, giving, sharing, wanting and needing, very generous, okay, lavishing someone with goods and everything else, you know, treating them out, paying for them, paying their own way as well, which means that they would go Dutch, or unless they're from Deutschland, but like Dutch, they would go Dutch and say, okay, I'll pay half, you pay half. They would be very caring and very giving, a 9 of Pentacles. But if they're a 9, and suddenly they do the Jekyll and Hyde and they go to a codependent way of living, they might try to control finances. And that might be why you get into arguments, because a 9 can feel very good and very lucky to be with a partner and have what they have and you have what you have together. But then when they go to a 9 of Cups in the reverse, they suddenly change from Jackal to Hyde of an energy that is then codependent within a feeling. Okay, so within a working energy, they end up being very good and very loving and very caring and very generous with you. But then all of a sudden they'll swap and they'll change from a codependent way of, instead of working it out, they'll want to be with you all of the time. Instead of it being a very healthy relationship, it turns its head on itself and turns to more of a codependent, controlled environment, which means that I'm trying to control your feelings for me when all of a sudden, well, everything was all right here. Everything's fine. See, because 9s can go to the 9 of Wands, where you're in a relationship and you're like, well, fucking jigger me, bruv. Everything was okay for 1 minute. You were all right. We were getting on. Like, everything was good. We're caring. We're going out. We're having date night. We're having, like, money. You know, we're really enjoying quality time. And then when the person's on their own, they start to analyse and then they start to think, they go to a codependent part of the 9. That, for the other partner, turns into confusion. Because they say to themselves, well, fuck me. Everything was all right at 1 minute. What's wrong now? And like, well, you're not giving me enough. What? Hold on a minute. I thought everything here was all right. I thought we were fine. No. What? I don't get it. Right? Here. Does that sound right? Well, if you're watching and it isn't you, then you need to ask your partner. Is that how you normally feel? And if they say yes, well, don't do that. Tyrone. Six of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. So again, man, everything is fine. Everything is going according to plan. Sharing, giving, quality time, spending it together. 10 of Pentacles. In love with each other. Okay. 8 of Cups comes up. And you go to another 8. Aquarian, Leo. Trapped. Restraint. Feeling the pinch. Struggling. Mentally, physically and financially. Maybe. And like, because that 8 of Cups is going over to an 8 of Swords. This is my residential house. Okay, so the 8 of Swords is like me now, where I am, inside of my studio, working at home, on my own, work from home. Okay, I'm not bound by chains to do it, but I'm bound by a contract that I have to work. So it can mean multiple things when I'm teaching you tarot, what they do mean. But like that is walking over and going and visiting this person that comes to someone's house. When they get there, they are faced with this. Right? Five of Wands. What is this Five of Wands about? About work. About not putting in enough effort towards the relationship. 9. Someone doesn't like they're codependent on the feeling energy. They don't like the amount of effort that's being put in. Like I said, if you're on the timeline and you're watching it, like, man, I keep plying time into this person. I keep giving as much as I can, as much time as I've got, I give them. I do this for them, I do that for them, and I'm just constantly giving and giving. If this person is constantly taking and taking and taking, but it gets very difficult where they start to complain that what you're giving isn't enough, you're going to fuck this relationship up here. Eight of Swords. Yeah, so they resort to a child, unless it is a child. But again, that's thinking, analysing, thinking everything. I mean, analysing everything. Money, bills, the time that you spend together, thinking about you when you're not together, thinking about you at work. This person with this 5 here doesn't like being left alone. When they're on their own, most men, I mean, I don't know about you women, but most men enjoy time on their own. They do, they really do. So I don't get people that actually don't enjoy time on their own. I love it, me. But again, some people don't. This person does not like being alone. When they're on their own, they 5 it. They think and they think and they think. I don't like being alone. I don't like you leaving me alone. I don't like being alone. I don't like being alone. And that's why they end up going to this 9. Because they start at 10 as a cycle of a person starts off again. They overanalyze and then they go to this 9 here. Codependent. Thinking. That's what the thinking does in the end. This. Because they think about that they're not getting enough emotion. That then you're not putting enough feelings into the relationship. That's why you've got a feminine and a masculine energy here. What is this Page of Swords thinking about constantly? About sex, about the relationship, about passion, and about love. That how much are you putting into the relationship? Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. What's the 3 of Wands? Is the 8. Then you start communicating and everything turns out okay. Page of Cups. It's a little bit like you live at a distance, some of you. It's a little bit like where someone constantly tries to, where you're standing on rocky ground around the person's mood. That can be Sagittarian placements, because that's temper, right? So it's kind of like that you stand on eggshells around their mood swing, okay? That is kind of like, oh, I don't want to rock the boat too much. And it's kind of like, well, I want this. And you're like, okay, do you want that? You know, just to calm them down, just to stop them from doing the 5 and everything else, you end up giving them what it is that they want here. And then they start relaxing, communicating, and then it's fine, and then you go over, right, here. So then they go to the Hermit, which is the Virgo energy. What's the Hermit here for? King of Cups in reverse, trying to control the amount of love that a person is giving. Unless you're dealing with an ex, with a child. Depends. Because that can be, I'm at a distance from a child. That's Elijah here. Had a child with, you know, they've got placements of water and Virgo. Okay, and it's just involving the child here. At a distance from the ex. Okay, that can be that. But someone's trying to control the King of Cups, or the King of Cups is trying to control this person. But again, there's gaslighting energy. A gaslighter will believe that the other person is controlling their feelings. That's why you've got this 9 energy here. Control the amount of feelings that you're not putting in enough time and effort. You'll drain a person here. What's the 6 of Swords in reverse? 3. Because of work, money, time, drama, triangle. Could be court-related stuff and X, meaning children. Court. What's the 3 of Swords? 3 of Pentacles. Aries. You might be going to court, Aries, for a lot of you. But that's business, work and teaching also as a stable energy. You've got this 1 energy here. Something's trying to end, but someone keeps trying to replay the energy. 9 of Cups. Yeah, they get very annoyed here. They start losing their shit. there's a person that manipulates the feelings, that believes they're actually being manipulated here. What's the Tower for? I don't know. An Ace of Pentacles. They come back in, but I don't know. They're having some kind of awakening, epiphany, or Tiffany, or Tanya. What's the Temperance energy here for? Libra. Court. You got court appearances all over the place here, worrying whether you're going to have to go to court. What's Justice for? It's kind of like you're okay. There's someone's trying to manipulate someone's feelings, which means, that's what I said, they believe that you're not, or the other person isn't giving them enough emotions. Like, you're not. That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, I can be very ooey gooey, soft and chewy, and everything's really good, and you're like, man, this is really going really well. We've been getting on so well just lately, and then all of a sudden, someone says, oh, actually, no, hold on a minute, you don't give me enough, and you're like, what? What? How can I not get... I can't prize blood out of a stone, Tyrone. Right? Knight of Wands. Chariot in reverse. About travelling to and from and how much time is spent with one another. The Chariot, or children coming to visit. Waiting on news from courts. What's Justice for? It might be the people that were on... Yeah. That were on... when I was doing the readings for people, and someone asked about court, how will my court case go? This is kind of like X and stuff like that, but it's also business. There's a metaphysical connection here somewhere, but like I said to the people on the live reading, if you're in a 2-year relationship that's a twin flame and you've not communicated, that is and does what it says on the tin. It's a twin flame relationship. Don't get twin flame relationship metaphysical confused with the relationship. If you're in a twin flame metaphysical part, but you're not with the person and there has been no communication for quite a long time, that's just an awakening. That's not a relationship. That probably won't end up what you think it will. It could well be because you've watched too many twin flame readers telling you that, yeah, they're leaving their ex for you, and you're sitting back and 2 years have gone by and you've not communicated. Any normal person that hasn't communicated in 2 years, sorry, not normal, or Norman, but like any person after that long, they would believe that the other partner's moved on themselves as well, because I haven't heard from you in 2 years. So I just would obviously believe the fact that you've moved on with your life because there's been no communication for that long. Two of Cups. 6, you start working on the relationship. You're just mirroring each other with these two energies, but there is X energy here. Like the Two of Cups is an X. It was at one point a relationship with the 6 of Cups. We may or may not have had children together or been married, but we split up and we broke up, and basically what we do have is children or a business together. We have a company under the same name, or we have a house under the same name that we might be getting a divorce for and looking for the settlement, okay? And you kind of got that stuff going on here. You've generally got very good energy for the people that are in partnership here. It's just that someone does play out these cycles of thinking about the person a lot, how many times or when they're coming over, and, generally fucking adults get into that many arguments over how much time is spent with one another. It's unreal that humans suddenly forget the fact that you're alive and the fact that you've more than likely got shitloads of years and years and years ahead of you for life and a relationship and everything that you're doing. Some people, and it can be Virgos, I'm sorry, I'm not picking on Virgos, but can feel as if I'm running out of time, that I don't have enough time. It's always that 1% missing. Okay, so like someone here believes like we've got to do all this really quickly, like, but like we've got to do this, we've got to do that, you've got to see me tonight, oh no, it has to be tonight. And you're kind of like, well, why can't it just be tomorrow or the next day or like next week? Like, we're not breaking up, I'm not moving to Mars, I'm here. We've got plenty of time, slow your roll, okay? So someone does love to spend a lot of time with their, you know, as a partner, you know. That's for you guys that may not be living but together. But, you know, don't let anyone fool you and say, you know what, you're supposed to live together. No, not really, no. Because when you're on top of one another 24/7, and a lot, you'll find yourselves more than likely having quite a lot more arguments than a little if you live together, okay? Because you're on top of one another a lot. If you have a big house, if you have like a 3-4 bedroom house with garage and garden, then you're fucking made, bruv, because you can just have your own individual rooms and do what you like. But, you know, if you come from Britain where fucking prices are like sky high and people can't afford their own 3 or 4 luxury bedroom, you know, everything else, and you're looking at a flat, that's impossible, man, to live on top of one another in a 1-story bedroom house with 1 bedroom and 1 front room and a very small kitchen. That sort of stuff, to live together in that, is very difficult for 2 people to live in a 1-bedder. Okay, you need room for a relationship, and you need room to grow, and you need room from each other. If you're in tight spaces, you'll struggle. Trust me, you will struggle. Okay, but you know, it is what it is. It does what it says on its tin. It's all right. You just got a few things coming up. Anyway, that's what I've got for you, Aries. If you are on Patreon, please consider going over to the new website, man, because you're missing out on like a, you know, a lower price bracket as well, because it is cheaper in price, especially if you just want like the weekly and the monthlies. I think that's I can't remember what I actually priced that at, but I know it was lower than what it is on Patreon, because you also don't have that hidden income tax VAT charge on top of that. You know, you don't have that. Okay, so consider going over to the new website, and when everybody's over there, then I can start building up and blah blah blah, and we can have some more fun. Okay, because you will also get these a lot earlier than what you will on Patreon, because I have to wait for the first half to go out on Patreon before I put out the Patreon to go live on YouTube, before I put out the Patreon second half of the video, because they take a lot longer to render. If I'm posting it to my website, it just uploads within about 5 minutes. YouTube normally takes about 3 hours for it to render, finish going through HD, from SD to HD. Then it has to go through, is there any fucking music in the background that is not yours? Is it like child standard? I don't have any of that complication on the website. Okay, so it's much easier for me to upload a lot quicker. Okay, all right, guys, thanks very much. I really appreciate it, and I will see you soon.